News Hour Special Edition.
Joining me tonight is Robin Uthappa, one of the champs of the 2007 T20 victory. Many thanks for speaking with Times Now. The Indian team is back home after winning the World Cup. 17 years ago, you were on top of that bus on your way to Wankhede Stadium after winning the T20 World Cup by beating Pakistan in the final in Joburg. Take us through the emotions, because many of these players, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they all had tears. What's the kind of emotion that you went through and players go through when they actually win that most coveted World Cup?
Well, they've had a little bit of time, haven't they, to actually kind of soak in the whole enormity of their achievement. And I think it's given us a few days to even soak in the enormity of the achievement of winning another T20 World Cup after 17 years. So I have a feeling that this celebrations will be very intentional, and I think we as a people kind of move on from one thing to the other very, very quickly. So this gives us the opportunity to actually celebrate these cricketers and celebrate the achievement that we've been able to achieve, as a country, because I don't think this is just an achievement of this cricket team, but I think it's an achievement of the country because they represent us.
There's one video that's gone completely viral where you and R. Ashwin, you, the winner of the 2007 Cup, R. Ashwin from the 2011 squad, and you're both talking about what players really go through, the kind of challenges. Everybody has different struggles, and you talk about the winners of this particular squad as well. Just take us through what exactly played out, and this time, what did these players have to surmount to get there, to get that cup in their hands?
Well, I think it's just that, we're all one tribe, and we're a family, and even if we're not currently playing in the squad or not, within that squad, we understand every emotion, every feeling, every sense of pressure or everything that a player goes through. We've been there, so it's very relatable. And we've experienced the trolling, we've experienced the hate, we've experienced the disappointment, we've experienced the frustration of the people, besides the frustration, the disappointment, and not achieving the goals that we've set for ourselves, that we individually and as a collective unit feel while we play the sport of cricket. So it's very, you can really relate to it. And I think as anyone I think who's played for India, would have experienced that sense of relief, that sense of, man, finally we've been able to overcome this hurdle that we've been trying to overcome for the last 11 years. And I think and I think even what I said at that point, I think when you kind of extrapolate each individual within that unit and look at their individual journey, to being able to achieve this goal of winning a World Cup for your country, you see a beautiful kind of coming of a full circle individually for each of these players. For me, I see it in the likes of from the likes of Hardik Pandya.
Absolutely, and you're bang on, because Hardik Pandya went through that, the scrutiny of his personal life, the comments on his luxurious lifestyle. I mean, he was trolled for not performing, being on ads, stuff like that. And look how he stuck to the guns and worked hard and just made it to being a winner in the squad.
There are a lot of cricketers and athletes who've done it with absolute panache in the past, and Hardik Pandya is one of them. You've seen Virat Kohli doing it, you've seen MS Dhoni doing it, you've seen Gautam Gambhir doing it, and I think there's a whole lot of class with which they go about, I wouldn't say silencing their critics, but go about achieving the goals and dreams that they've set for themselves. And I think Hardik's done it impeccably well in the last 6, 8 months, 12 months. Talking about the conversation about cricketers earning too much and living a rich lifestyle, and who are we to decide how one can live their lives?
Absolutely.
Who are we to stand and judge because the same lens by which we judge is how we are going to be judged in life, whether we like it or not. Choices
yes,
when you're 18, when you're
in the ideal world, people shouldn't judge, but they do.
It's apples and oranges. You can't compare them, and that's why I feel like people don't have enough information when they make these criticisms about lifestyle and the money they earn and all of that.
I know that's right, but okay, let me talk about Rahul Dravid, the coach. He wasn't part of the 2007 squad. He was the captain in the 2011, but he was the ODI captain. There's this whole picture of him just taking that cup, the emotions overflowing, and actually holding a World Cup as a coach, not as a player. What would this victory mean for him? He's your senior colleague from Karnataka. What does this victory mean for him?
It's beautiful, isn't it? And that's why I say, I believe in the concept of karma, because the amount of work and the amount of sweat, blood and tears Rahul Dravid has invested into Indian cricket and into the BCCI has been second to none in that sense. He's been an absolute team man, has taken every role that comes his way and tried to, kind of execute it to the best of his ability. And for a man of his stature to have not been a part of a World Cup winning squad must at on a very personal level must have felt like, I wish that box would be ticked. He achieved that in the under-19 levels, but and that is the beauty of a sport, right? And if you can't make it as a player, you can obviously try and achieve that same goal. That goal doesn't die. You can try and still achieve that goal as a coach. And it's incredibly sweet that on his last day that he was going to be as an employee of the BCCI and someone who represents the country, he goes and wins the World Cup. It's such a sweet moment when you look at it. It's such a beautiful thing to experience from the outside, and I couldn't be more happy for a man I've considered my idol and my hero growing up.
I know, and what an idol he's been, what an icon he's been for this entire country. The wall, now the rock of the Indian team. Robin Uthappa, it's been a great pleasure having you here on the News Hour tonight, and thank you very much for joining us in these celebratory moments. The cup is home. 1 billion and more Indians are celebrating the victory, not just in India, but fans across the world. And I can't tell you, it's just a feeling that makes you feel, guys, this country is really great, and this team has done us just so proud.
Pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
The News Hour Special Edition.